A florist is filing a customer's order for 3 bouquets: bouquet 1, bouquet 2, and bouquet 3. Each of the bouquets is to be composed of one or more of the 5 kinds of flowers: lily, peonies, roses, snapdragons, and tulips. Subject to the following conditions. Now, if you have trouble visualizing how to come up with this diagram, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and look at the questions and the answers. Which one of the following could be complete and accurate list of the kinds of flowers in each of the bouquets? And I see it's lined up 1, 2, 3. So this is kind of like the diagram here. So that should help you out as far as getting a visual representation or a mindset representation of how the images are going to come to play. Now, when it comes to reading the conditions, we're just going to read it one at a time and then apply it right after, if that makes sense. So bouquet 1 and 3 cannot have any kind of flowers in common. So basically, with that information, we're going to go ahead and put 1 and 3 together. And let's go ahead and cross that out. That way we will know that we cannot play it. Now, once we have written it down, 1 and 3. For this one, I'm just going to go ahead and just draw the comma. Let's go ahead and look for it instead of going through all of these right now and then getting a good understanding before beginning the question. So 1 and 3 cannot have the same kind. So 1 and 3 cannot have any common flower. So I see for choice A, I see they're different. That's good. I see the choice P, so let's go ahead and remove that if we could. What I like to do just to save time and make it quicker, once I see it's wrong, I go ahead and eliminate it, and I don't go check any other ones, because if there is one that is wrong, it will come up at the end. So that's why I do not do that information. And I'll show you the 2 methods I use to get the answers correct. Next question, condition. Bouquet 2 and 3 must have exactly 2 kinds of flower in common. So for information in that manner, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 and 3. And they have to have 2 kinds in common. So I'm going to put just the lowercase letter R, not really RR, but I'm going to use XX. And this is going to mean to me that the 2 and 3 must have 2 kinds of common flowers. Now, once I have it here, I'm going to go ahead and apply it. And what I mean by applying it is I mean that I'm looking for it in the choices that's available for it to be picked out. So for 2 and 3, they need to have something 2 in common. Okay, so these 2 have a common. Choice A does. Choice C is good as well. Choice D is good as well. Choice E. So to my understanding, 2 and 3 need to have 2 in common, and it seems that it seems like they all follow the order. So let's go ahead and see if we can find another condition. Bouquet 3 must have a snapdragon. That's kind of straightforward. So maybe we could just put the letter 3 and S. And now let's go ahead and look for it if we could. So choice A does have it. Choice C has it. Choice D has it. Choice E, 3 and S doesn't have it. So go ahead and eliminate it. So now we're left with 3 choices right now at the moment. Next condition. If a bouquet has a lily, so this is an if question. So they're going to say if a bouquet has a lily, then the bouquet must also have a rose but cannot have a snapdragon. So the way I would perform that information, let's go ahead and write it down that if there is a lily, there will be a rose but not a snapdragon. So that's going to mean that if the bouquet has a lily, the bouquet must also have a rose but cannot have a snapdragon. So I cross off the S. So let's go see if we can find a bouquet that has a lily. And choice A does match the information. Choice D, the lily's in bouquet 3, but there's no such thing as R. So go ahead and remove it. Now let's go ahead and do the last condition as well now. So if bouquet has a T, that bouquet must also have a P. So let's see if we can look for it real quickly. So the bouquet has a T. It must have a P. I see T, but I don't see a P, so we'll eliminate choice C. And now we're left with choice A. If the bouquet has a T, it must have a P. Okay. So process elimination process on choice A. Now I'm going to use a method called rules, regulation, and condition. And with the rules, regulation, and conditions, you're going to see that I'm going to apply the conditions that we just used right now. And I'm going to make sure that it fits as well. So that way we have a second source to go ahead and get this information stated. So with the information being said, 1 and 3 cannot have the same kind. So we see 1 and 3 have different kinds. We see 2 and 3 must have 2 of the same kinds. So we see 2 of the same kinds in 2 and 3. We see that the 3 needs to have snapdragon, which it does. And then we're going to see that if L, there must be an R, which is, and if T, there must be a P, which is. So the rules, regulation, conditions does work for this information that we have going on the game board. So those two methods right now that we use to apply it and get the correct answer. We use process elimination, which is going to be considered POE, and I'm going to go ahead and write that down for you guys if I could. Now with process elimination, you're going to see that a lot of strategies and methods out there to get the correct answer. It's going to use a similar method that we called a process of elimination. It's going to be known as POE. And the process elimination is what we just did right now, where you eliminate the wrong choices to get the correct answer. And now once you left that final choice, use RRC, rules, regulation, condition, to make sure that all of this information applies to this choice, which it does. Now select this answer since we did two methods, and you will see that the answer is going to be for choice bouquet 1, lily, rose. For bouquet 2, it's going to be P, R, T, and for choice 3, we're going to have P, snapdragon, and T. So that's going to be it for this question right here. Let's see if we can move on. Question 20. If L are in bouquet 1, which of the following must be true? So we do have an L in bouquet 1. So let's say we use this game board at this moment. And they want to know which of the following could be true. So bouquet, lilies are in bouquet 2? No. Penis is in bouquet 3, that is correct. R is in 2, yes. T is in 2, yes. T is in 3. So these 4 choices are correct. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and create a game piece that's similar. And I'm going to have the letter L with the R. So I'm going to put L in the bouquet 1, and then R must also be included, but not the letter S though. 1 and 3 cannot have the same kind, so right away I know that L and R cannot be in 3, so that puts me with the letter S. That's going to be in choice 3. Also, we're going to have the choice P as well. And with that being said, I see that number 3 has P, so let's go ahead and choose P right now. Answer B. P are in the bouquet 3. So we were able to get this question correct by utilizing the first world in question 19. And we actually were able to come up with the question 20. And so we use 2 worlds. The first one from question 19. And we're using this question right here from question 20 that we created right now at this moment with the information that L and R are going to be considered in the same bouquet as 1. So with this being done, it's a good idea to make sure that you keep track of your game pieces and organized, because when you refer back to it, you want to make sure it's kind of what you consider accurate. So let's move on. Question 21. If T are in bouquet 1, which of the following is a complete and accurate list of the kinds of flowers in bouquet 2? So they're wondering if T is in bouquet 1. So we don't have a game board right now where it's created. So with that being said, let's go ahead and create a game board where we have T and 1. And I'm going to try to create about 2 worlds of this. That way we're not just relying on just one world. Okay, so let me go ahead and put T in 1. And now that I have T in 1, I'm going to go ahead and see if they say if T, then there's going to be a P. So if we're going to put a T, you're going to have to put a P. And they're saying that the 1 and 3 have to be different kinds. So I'm going to put L, R, S. And now since I have L or S in this world, with 1 and 2, 2 and 3 need to have something in common. So I could put LR, and then I could put RS, and then I could put LRS. And just to make sure I don't have it in one box here, I'm going to go ahead and put that R in the second box next to it. Okay, so I have 2 worlds right now with the letter T and bouquet 1. And now they're asking which of the kinds of flowers could be in bouquet 2. So basically, bouquet 2, it has to have commas 3. And if we see L, there's going to be R. And if there's a T, there's a P. So these are going to be the bouquets that's going to be available in choice 2. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight it if you need me to, just to make sure that we're looking at this row right here with these 2 worlds. So as I don't see a P, so I'm going to eliminate wherever I see a P. So 1 and 3 cannot have the same kind. So we're looking for choice 2 here. If the bouquet has a tulip, there must also be a penny. And so if two is in one, which one's kind of like accurate? So rose we see is available, and we see snapdragon as well. For tulips, that's not going to be what you consider available, and 2 3. Rose and snapdragon does work out. So let's put this one correct. So T and P must have two different kinds. No kind. 2 and 3 must have the same kind. So there could be an L. There could be an R. Also, since P, 1 and 2 can have the same kind, so we can put a P in here. And I think that's what we're missing right now in this world. Just put a letter P. Alright, and it just says if a T, there's a P. It doesn't say if a P, a T. So let's use this one right now. So okay, so we see L. So we see LRP available, and we also see RSP. So we don't see a T at all. So let's eliminate where we see a T. For question 21, they're just asking if the T is in bouquet 1, which the final list could be for the order 2. I went ahead and fill out both these worlds. We're going to see that the first world's going to be LRPT and the second world's going to be RSPT. As you can see already, there's already 4 items in there. So if it doesn't have 4 items, you can go ahead and just do a process elimination. And if you want to verify, just look at the visually if one of these roles are going to be it. LRPT, which that's not it. RSPT, which it is because you see the R, the S, the P, and the T. So go ahead and choose E. Answer for this one is going to be E. PRST. Question 22. Which finally cannot be a complete and accurate list of the kinds of flowers in bouquet 2? So basically we answered it. There's going to be RSPT, which kept track right here. However, we didn't really see what you could see considered PRST does work out because we used it in the previous game. PRT. Now keep in mind though, if a T is there, that's going to keep the P in there, and also with the letter R with L. So I don't see the letter L with R here. I was hoping I could see it. Also with tulip, I see P. So these two are going to work out. LR, PT, PSR. PSR will work out because it's in PRST. And then PST will also work out. PT works out. Let's use choice A for this one. Process elimination, browse choice A, answer A, LR. As in cannot work out. Question 23. Which of the following cannot be true? L and R are quickly the only kinds of flowers in bouquet 1. Let's see if we can look at the game board here. So we see it here, so go ahead and take it out since we see it. P and T are the only kinds of flowers in 1. We see it here, so yeah, that could work out. L, P, and R are the only kinds of flowers in 2. So it says L, P, and R. Yes, you do see that right there. P, R, and S are the only kinds of roses we see. So if we see an L, we see an R, which we don't see, and if we see a T, we see a P. So this one's going to be the one that probably doesn't work out. Let me see if this one's choice is better. P, S, and T. So if you see a T, you see a P. S. Choice D right now, because of the information as far as the letter L comes with the information R, and we don't see it right there. And D.